What's going on, you guys? Dane here again with another moment with the mayor. It's spring and we've had some great weather here lately and supposed to have some really wonderful weather coming up. I know this is the time of the year when people get outside, start thinking about the yard, what needs to be done, sprucing up, cleaning up, raking and all. We've had a lot of conversations at the city council meetings about helping people keep their property values as high as possible. And I know it's tough when you've got neighbors who don't do what they're supposed to do to help keep up their property. And let me tell you, this has been one of the things that we've been focused on. We probably cleaned more properties than the last 5 councils, tearing down houses and doing the things that we said we were going to do to keep the city clean and beautiful. But even though we're cracking down through our code enforcement office and the derelict properties around Pascagoula that we paid so much attention to, we've made a lot of headway. And citizens are helping by calling us and reporting dilapidated or abandoned properties that are safety hazards. And we really would love for you to do more of that. If you see it, call us. But there's also a lot we can do when we see neighbors struggling with keeping up their yards or who aren't cleaning up and who might need help with their property. Maybe the grass needs cutting. We can join our neighbors and who we care about and reach out to them and ask them to help. With spring here, why not think about having a small block party? Invite the neighbors and their kids and families and gather one evening after work on someone's carport or driveway. Have some refreshments and talk about what needs to be done to your neighborhood to spruce it up, or right there just on your street. We have gotten far away from a time when we knew our neighbors. We helped our neighbors. We helped each other out all the time. We kept an eye out for the area and for one another. I remember a time when the neighborhood chipped in and helped each other out often. You never know who's struggling with a loss of a job or health problems and just can't get the garbage cans back in the driveway, after it's picked up. You might have a neighbor who can't bend over and put lawn clippings in a plastic bag or pick up their limbs. Not everyone can go out and hire people to do their yard work or rent a storage unit or get a car repaired. We have a great elderly population here, but a lot of these folks don't have family or children or grandchildren nearby who can help out. And for many years, we've always been the city that does that for each other. And it's time we re-engage that. One thing I know from listening to the people who come before the city council just before their property is condemned and the city has forced them to tear it down, we have people here in the city who are struggling to keep it up, to keep up with their stuff. A lot can be done on a neighborhood level, to help each other out before it becomes a safety hazard or an eyesore. It just takes a little initiative to reach out and see if your neighbor needs that help. And if they do, reach out, to others, and y'all go together and help these folks out. Cleaning up Pascagoula isn't just the responsibility of the city government. Beautifying our great city isn't the job of a civic group like the Garden Clubs or Pascagoula Pride. It's all of our responsibility. It's the right thing to do, and it's an individual who wants to see home values rise and neighborhoods to just have pride in how they look, or just reach out to a neighbor who seems to be struggling with this spring with their yard or carport, and just reach out to them and say, how can I help? We've gotten so far away from being neighborly, and I think that's one of the things that makes Pascagoula so great is that we're that kind of blue collar, neighborly, friendly, small town that everyone, especially those that grew up here, fell in love with, and those that didn't truly fall in love with it. And I think it's about time we got back there, and I think civic pride is about looking out for each other. Thanks for watching another Moment with the Mayor. Hope to see you next time. And again, thank you for sharing our videos.